You want to be in the video?
If you're in the video, my daughter will be very happy.
Hello, Everhouse. My name is Matt Winter. Welcome to my Beverly Hills home and studio. I originally bought this house about 10 years ago. We renovated the home to its originality of 1924 Spanish hacienda. Over the 100 years, the house had suffered many slumlord fixes. So when we got it, it was kind of a mishmash of architecture. Now it is truthfully an old 20s Spanish hacienda. One of the reasons we won the house when we were originally buying it, we promised the owners that we wouldn't tear it down. I told them, look, I'm gonna restore the house the best I can. I'm gonna live here with my family and we're going to respect the history of the house. I would say that my house and my style is an European old world aesthetic that blends many different genres together. It's not a typical Beverly Hills big ass house. It's more of a compound, a bunch of little beautiful old buildings on one property. We have our main house, which is where the bedrooms and the bathrooms are. And we've got our lower portion, which is becoming the family entertainment room. And then we have our upper studio, which is just for fine art. This is an important place for me to completely decompress away from work and a place for me to spend time with the kids. Art has been a part of my life, my entire life. My mom raised me to paint and draw and sculpt and constantly create. It's super important for me as a father that we had this space, raising kids in this incredibly difficult tech world. Over the course of 20 years, I've been collecting things from all over the world. I've got things that we've brought in from Italy, from France, things that we found in downtown LA. Collecting is in the blood. I'm a third generation LA native. My grandfather was an antique dealer and collector, loved cars, loved furniture. My mom was a antique collector, loved paintings and old furniture. My collection of extremely heavy things like the 1920s chopping block in my kitchen, it was found originally at an old closed down butcher shop. I've had that for many years. My 4.5-inch slab of marble was pulled out of a bakery. It took 9 people to move it in. Certain things like this stay with you a lot longer because they're impossible to move out once you've moved them in. So, collecting and building a space is a bit of a story. As you're moving through life, you're collecting pieces. Some things stay with you for a long time, some things you have for a very short period of time. The fireplace is really important to me. The house is incredible. It has 4 wood-burning fireplaces. In California, obviously being a warmer state, wood-burning fireplaces are pretty much illegal to build these days, but also they were just uncommon. And so it dates the house to a point where cooking over fire was very important. There's hooks to hang chickens and, I guess back then there were probably quail hunting. The fire element of the house is just so important. It really is the heartbeat of each room. It was built in 1924, and this is the original Jean Harlow horse stable house. It was originally built for bridle trail horse stabling. Jean Harlow bought it in 1931, and it's been here ever since. One of my favorite things is that it sits on a full acre of land, which is really rare this day and age for Beverly Hills. We're in the canyon a bit, so there's a lot of nature. And one of the important things for me was to blend the materials into the hillside. So we used a lot of rocks from the hills to build and restore the fireplaces and rock walls around the perimeter, agaves and trees and things that were indigenous. It's just a unique experience where the home is so old and obviously the dirt is older, but they really just live harmoniously together. Vintage cars have been a part of my life since I was a little kid. I was obsessed with Hot Wheels, of course, but I didn't buy them brand new. I would find them, and I did this thing in elementary school where I would restore the vintage ones. For me, cars facilitate more than just means to getting from point A to point B. It's a moment in time where I can put my phone away and be with myself and my thoughts and shift gears and drive. The restoration process of these things is obviously an art form and takes patience, and you learn so much as you're going, trying to create or chase perfection with these things. I'm hoping that the next generation behind me sticks with it, because I don't know where they go from here. Most of the materials that you see at the house we brought in. Part of the beauty of that home is that we slowly sourced things to restore it. All the roof tiles were taken from multiple different homes that were being torn down around the area, built in the same era as the house. Some of our decorative tiles were either dead stock tiles that we purchased and brought in, but we really did bring in most of the materials to restore the home. Preserving history is something that Los Angeles is really lacking. I started this business with the notion of reselling reclaimed materials like wood, tile. We've always been really good at putting spaces together, which quickly turned into an interior design business. Now we're bringing things from all over the world and give them a totally new life. In a day and age when IKEA and CB2 and all this brand new things are just taking over the world and slowly destroying it, I really try and talk to my clients about just going out and buying something brand new is not always the way to go. Raising my family in this home has just been a blessing. I mean, obviously we'll never sell the house, we'll never get rid of it. Hopefully my children will be taking care of it for many years to come. I just hope they realize that it's a never-ending story.
Subscribe to the Everhouse channel by clicking on the logo to receive updates on our latest episodes.